Are you ready to take complete control of your finances? Meet the Budget Smarter template, your all-in-one solution for managing money effortlessly. How can it be so simple to set up, uniquely tailored to you, and packed with so many automated features? Let's break it down. Need an instant download to get started? Done. Want to know if you can take that January vacation and still cover December's bills? Absolutely. Curious where every dollar is going in real time? Got you covered. And staying within your spending goals? That's a big yes. This template isn't just another tool. It's the only budgeting solution you'll ever need. Try it once and you'll never look back. I'm going to pass it off to Steve and he's going to show you how to use the template. After the video is over, be sure to check out the description for a link to download the template.
Let's dig in. Step 1. Gather your financials. Getting your budget set up will go much faster if you have a few things ready beforehand. First, gather the current balance in your checking account, including any pending transactions. This will be your starting balance. Next, list all your regular income sources with an estimated amount and the date of your next paycheck. There is room to add 10 different fixed income sources. Then, compile a list of your fixed expenses along with the exact or estimated amount you pay each cycle, plus the next due date for each. Make sure to note how often you pay each bill, whether it's weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annually. There is room for 50 fixed expenses, which is a major upgrade from my previous version. You'll also want to think about how you'd like to categorize your income and expenses. For example, your mortgage might have its own category, while subscriptions like Netflix, Disney Plus, and cable could go under streaming services. Finally, consider setting a monthly spending goal for some categories. For instance, you might want to plan for a grocery budget or allocate funds for entertainment or dining out. There's a spot in the budget for these as well. Step 2. Make a copy of the Budget Smarter template. After downloading the How-To PDF, open it and click the link to the Google Sheets template. Once the template opens, click Use Template. You might be prompted to choose a folder. Just pick where you'd like to save it. Once you've made a copy, the template is saved in your Google Drive. It's completely private and only you can access it unless you decide to share it later. Keep in mind, this spreadsheet is packed with formulas. The first time you open it, it might take a moment to load everything, so be patient. Once it's ready, you're all set to start setting up your budget. Step 3. Setting up your budget. The first tab of the budget is the Budget Setup page, where everything begins. Start by entering today's date in the Today's Date section. Next, enter your current checking account balance, including any pending transactions. Mine is $1,000. Now it's time to add your fixed income sources. For each source, fill in the description, the date of your next paycheck, how often you get paid, and the amount. You can also include an end date if needed. For example, if you're starting a new job later in the year and one income source will stop, you can add an end date in column E at any time. We'll skip the category column for now and come back to it later. Let's add a couple of examples. I'll replace example income 1 with Steve's paycheck. My next payday is January 1st, 2025, and I get paid every 2 weeks, so I'll leave that setting as it is. I don't have an end date, at least I hope not. My paycheck amount is $1,400 every 2 weeks. I also have another income source from my side hustle. I get $1,000 every month, so I'll enter Steve's extra income in column A. My next pay date for this is January 5th, 2025. I'll set columns C and D to every 1 month and leave the end date blank. Finally, I'll add $1,000 to the dollar amount. Again, we'll leave the category column blank for now. It's important to remember that once you've entered your information in this section, you shouldn't edit it again once you start using the budget. The only exception is if you need to add an end date. For example, if you estimate earning $1,400 every 2 weeks, but the actual amounts vary slightly each pay period, there's a way to adjust for that on a different tab, which we'll cover later. All right, now that you've added your income sources, let me show you something really cool. Head over to the Budget Smarter sheet, and you'll see a few things. First, you'll notice the starting balance you entered on the setup sheet is already there. Next, you'll see that your income sources have been automatically added. If you have income that comes in every 2 weeks, it's scheduled every 2 weeks. For monthly income, it's added every month in order. You'll also see a running balance that updates with each income entry. Take a good look at that number and enjoy it because it's going to start dropping quickly once you add your fixed expenses to the setup page. Now let's add fixed expenses. Head back to the budget setup page. I'll start with my mortgage payment. In column A, I'll add the description. In column B, I'll enter the first due date, January 3rd, 2025. Since I pay my mortgage monthly, I'll set columns C and D to every month. I don't have an end date for this one, so I'll leave that blank. The payment amount is $1,200. For now, I'll skip the category column. We'll come back to it. It's worth noting that fixed expenses won't show up on the Budget Smarter tab until they're assigned to a category, so we'll do that soon. To save time, I'll quickly add the rest of my fixed expenses and explain a few highlights. Here's what I've added with a couple things to note. I pay my water sewer bill every 2 months. My trash bill is every 3 months. I've also set up an annual Christmas expense of $500 in December, so I know to set that money aside. Lastly, I've added a $200 monthly transfer to savings. Now it's time to categorize everything over here on the right-hand side of the setup sheet. The green section is for income categories, and the pink section is for expenses categories. For income, I have 2 main sources, main income and a side hustle, so I'll type those in the first 2 rows under income categories. I'll delete the example categories I don't need. For expenses, I've grouped mine into categories like housing, utilities, communication, transportation, insurance, fitness and recreation, streaming services, gifts and savings. Try to limit your fixed expense categories to 10 or fewer. It keeps the budget running smoothly and leaves room to set up placeholders, which we'll discuss in a bit. With my categories set, I'll assign them to each fixed income and expense. For example, main income goes to Steve's paycheck and side hustle to the extra income. Housing is for the mortgage payment. Utilities covers electricity, water, sewer, natural gas, internet, and trash. Communication is for my cell phone bill. Transportation includes my car payment and insurance. Once you've assigned all your categories, you can optionally add a goal amount in column L for each one. Now flip over to the Budget Smarter tab, and you'll see all your fixed expenses added to the running balance in the correct order for up to 5 years. Pretty cool, right? You may notice some cells in the running balance column light up yellow, orange, or red. These are based on thresholds in columns J, K, and L. For instance, if you want cells to turn red when your balance drops below $50, update column L to $50 instead of $0. But what about categories like groceries, gas, and entertainment? Let's go back to the setup page. Here's where a new feature comes in handy. Say I plan to spend $800 a month on groceries. I'll add groceries as an expense category in column I and set a goal amount of $800 in column L. Then, I'll check the box in the placeholder column. Now, on the Budget Smarter tab, you'll see a placeholder for $800 at the end of each month. This placeholder adjusts automatically as you spend throughout the month. I'll explain that in more detail later. You can add placeholders for other categories too. For instance, I'll set $200 monthly for gas and $200 for entertainment. Just make sure to check the box for each placeholder. Once you've added all your placeholders, check the running balance. If it drops below $0 at any point, you'll need to adjust your spending. For example, my balance dips below $0 in May 2025. To fix this, I'll reduce my entertainment budget from $200 to $100 per month on the setup page. After making the adjustment, I'll flip back to the Budget Smarter tab. It may take a moment to update, but now my balance no longer drops below $0. Problem solved. Step 4. Adjusting your fixed income and expenses as you get paid and pay the bills. The Smarter Budget template is designed to give you a forecast of your budget based on estimated income and expenses over time. Of course, if you earn an hourly wage, it's hard to predict exactly how much you'll make each paycheck. Similarly, some expenses, like utility bills, can vary from month to month. To keep your forecast accurate, you'll need to adjust these amounts as you go. Let me show you how. First, let's talk about adjusting your income. Head over to the Adjust Your Regular Income page. For example, say your first paycheck on January 1st was $1,411.12 instead of the estimated $1,400. Enter the actual amount in column F. When you flip back to the Budget Smarter tab, you'll see the running balance has updated with the new income amount. If you don't make any changes in column F on the Adjust Your Regular Income tab, the budget will stick with the estimated amount you entered. To help keep track, I recommend checking the box in column A once you've updated each paycheck. It's purely for your own reference. Now, let's adjust expenses. Go to the Adjust Your Regular Expenses sheet. Let's say your first electricity bill due on January 10th was $165.34 instead of $150. Update that amount in column G. When you switch back to the Budget Smarter tab, you'll see the expense amount has been updated. Again, I suggest checking the box in the Complete column after making adjustments to help you stay organized. By keeping these updates current, your budget forecast will remain as accurate as possible. Step 5. Adding variable expenses and income and planning for non-fixed expenses down the road. Now let's talk about adding variable expenses or income. Head over to the Variable Transactions tab. First, let's add some variable income. For example, let's say you received a $500 year-end bonus on January 6th, 2025. Start by entering the date in the Date column, adding year-end bonus in the description, and typing $500 in the Income column. When it's time to choose a category, you might find there isn't one that fits. No problem. Head back to the Setup page and add a new category called Other Income. Now, when you return to the Variable Transactions tab, that category will appear in the dropdown. After assigning the category, flip over to the Budget Smarter tab and you'll see the bonus reflected there. Next, let's add a variable expense. Say you went grocery shopping on January 10th. Enter the date, the description, grocery store, and select groceries as the category. If you spent $187.23, that amount will show up on the Budget Smarter tab. Here's the cool part. Since groceries is a placeholder category, the placeholder amount for the month automatically updates. If your grocery budget started at $800, it will now show $612.77 remaining. Now, let's say you went a little overboard and spent $850 on groceries instead. Update the amount on the Variable Transactions tab, and when you check the Budget Smarter tab, you'll see your placeholder balance for groceries drop to $0, meaning you've hit your budget limit. Another helpful feature: if you don't spend your entire placeholder amount by the end of the month, the placeholder disappears and the unused funds roll into your running balance. There's another great feature for planning ahead. On the Variable Transactions tab, there's a purple section for planning future expenses that aren't fixed. For instance, if you know you'll need an oil change at the end of January, enter January 30th, 2025 as the date. Add oil change as the description, assign it to the transportation category, and enter $45 in the debit column. This planned expense will now show up on the Budget Smarter tab. When the oil change happens, you have two options. Either add the actual amount to the blue variable expense section and delete the entry from the purple planning section, or just update the amount directly in the planning section. These features make managing variable transactions and planning for upcoming expenses easier than ever. Step 6. Reviewing the dashboard. One of the coolest features of this template, something not available in previous versions, is the dashboard. It's designed to give you a quick overview of your finances at a glance. You'll see 5 main sections on the dashboard. Date range. Start by entering the start date and end date for the period you want to review. For this example, let's look at January 2025. Enter January 1st, 2025 as the start date and January 31st, 2025 as the end date. Balances. On the left, you'll find the highest balance during that period, along with the date it occurred, the lowest balance and its date, and the average balance for the selected time frame. Income overview. Below that, there's a breakdown of how much income you've earned in each category, along with the total combined income for the date range. Expense overview. To the right, you'll see a list of your expense categories, showing how much you've spent in each compared to your goals if you've set them. This section only reflects actual spending, not placeholders. Spending pie chart. In the bottom left corner, you'll see a pie chart that visually breaks down your spending by category, showing what percentage of your budget goes to each area. Want to look at a different time frame? Simply update the start date and end date, and the dashboard will instantly adjust to reflect your selected period. Whether you want a monthly snapshot or a full year's view, the dashboard makes tracking your finances easier than ever. And there you have it. The Budget Smarter template truly lives up to its name. In just a few steps, you've created a clear roadmap for your finances, with insights and features that keep you informed and in control. Be sure to check out the link in the description for a link to this amazing tool.